hour. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. And yeah, let's wait for a few people to come online here and have ourselves a good old chat. All right, I got Brian Turner has joined us, so I guess this is finally working. Having a little trouble here getting things started. I tested this all at 5 p.m. because it's been a while, and the last few ones I have done, it's been just nothing but trouble, and whether it's computer or my internet provider service or the fact that I hate computers, it hasn't gone well. So I tested everything earlier tonight and made sure the camera worked. I made sure the mic worked. And then I come in here at 8 o'clock and nothing. So welcome to the few people who have joined us. Kim, Brian, how you guys doing? Kim actually messaged me to make sure that I was doing the stream because it's been a while. I started doing this last March and April, just, for us all to get together and do some Nova chatting. And then summers are very short here in Winnipeg. And then I get very busy with the car scene between my cars and the girlfriend's cars. And then I was playing ball hockey as well because everybody needs a goalie. And I ran out of time for the group. But I'm here now. Winter's also here too in Winnipeg. I don't know how many of you follow our weather, but we had a Colorado low hit us last week. And the ice rain and that did a lot of damage to the infrastructure of our hydro system. Now a lot of people were without power. Thankfully, I had power in the garage, so I just came out here. Lost a lot of trees in my yard and limbs and that, so I've been cleaning that up. But enough about that. Let's talk about cars. Richard has joined us. How you doing, Richard? So there's 10 people watching. Right on. 95 today. Oh, thanks for rubbing that in, Brian. It was a lovely 34, 36, I think, here in Winnipeg. Is that a new air cleaner on the Nova? Maybe air filter, but no, that's just a chrome air cleaner that I scuffed up a little. Used some of that DuPont Chevy orange paint, painted it, and then clear coated it so it would match my valve covers. So, but yeah, I did put a new filter in. I think I got the last time I had the 3-inch in there. I've gone down to 2-inch because ever since I changed the motor mounts, the back here seems to catch on my hood, and I've tried bending that in a little, but that's a story for another time. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Actually, one thing I do have for the Nova to put on, I got a heat shield plate, which I want to put underneath my Sniper because I'm worried about the temperature cooking the ECU. I've seen a few people comment about that on the Holly Sniper Facebook group, so I bought a heat shield. So really, that's the only thing I have planned to do this winter on the Nova. As you guys can see, the Omega is nowhere to be found. The Omega's parked this winter at my girlfriend's brother's place, and my girlfriend has brought her 73 Chevelle over here, which she's turned into a drag car to finish wiring up so that she can continue racing next year. So you'll be seeing that in the streams along with, of course, the Nova. On the plus side, I got rid of the Mustang in the garage. All right. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, Kim. Actually, yeah, Brian, that is actually one of my nicknames. But, yeah, no, it's nothing special. Like when I got these Chevrolet valve covers, it just didn't look right. And, yeah, I just took a chrome air cleaner and just, DuPont painted it, cleaned it up, and then clear coated it over top. And, yeah. And, yeah, the air cleaner, see, I even wrote the date on here just so because I can't always remember, even though I write things down in my little maintenance book. But, yeah, I changed the air filter June 17th there. But, yeah, I usually put my cars away at the end of September. I never did get the chance to do the final oil change before winter on the Nova because, like I said, we had that freak storm, but it's supposed to be double digits. I guess for you folks in the States, it'll be in the 50s this weekend. So I may open up the door, fire it up to warm it up to do its winter oil change. Hey, Robert Martino, Arizona is in the house. How you doing, buddy? I have 5 shows this weekend. Oh, lucky you. I have none. Well, same with Brian. Yeah, no, car season's over here in Winnipeg. It's the only car shows going on are what's in the garage behind me. So, well, what's up with you guys? What's happening with your Novas? How has your summers been? I know just from chat, I know Kim's looking for another Nova. In particular, I think she's looking for a Mordor Nova that she wants to put an LS into and make it a bit of a sleeper. And yeah, we've had a lot of newbies on the forum. I don't know if any of them have logged in yet, but I was on the forum earlier today just reading it, and I saw Stephen Marcus Akers 73 Nova with the painted bumper tuck and the painted bumper. I got to say that looks sharp. It even with the bumper tuck, he still has that chrome visible along the bottom, which complements the chrome, I think, along the top. That's a pretty sweet picture there. I think we might have found our next cover picture. And that's another thing, folks. Keep those pictures coming because I'm trying to change them twice a week at least. And yeah, we had a few of our users have come up with just to change things up a little bit for like our days of the week pictures for like Tow Rig Tuesday, and we have Wheel Wednesday, Motor Wednesday, Motor Monday. So some good change up on the forum there for pictures, but for sure, guys, keep posting those pictures. I love seeing the pictures. I know some of the other people do too. So, yeah, there, Kim's just confirmed that she's looking for a cheap four-door. Johnny Davis has joined. Hey, how you doing, buddy? I don't know if I saw you come in before. Nobody would expect an old lady in a four-door to have an LS. Oh, Kim, that would be true. That would be quite the sleeper to have, for sure. Back in the day, I had, in the 2000s, I had bought a 74 Nova, and I wanted to make that into a sleeper. I wanted to make two identical Novas. I wanted to keep this one just kind of my regular cruiser. At the time, it had a 350. And then I wanted to build another one just like it, but with like a killer motor in it. And it didn't work out as planned. I had to get rid of the car, but I always had that plan, but then I just figured the hell with it and just built this one up into a bit of a monster sleeper, pardon me, with my 406 in it now. Hey, Greg is in the house. Gary BB, I hope I made that, I pronounced that correctly. How you doing? Doug Toe from Washington has joined us. How you doing, buddy? If anybody's in the Seattle, Washington area, if you could PM me, my buddy Doug needs some help with his Nova. And unfortunately, I can't travel out that way. And being in the States, I need some help with his brakes. So if somebody's in that area, PM me or PM Doug. He could use some assistance to get his Nova on the road. Hey, Doug, I don't know if you looked at the background there, but as you could see, Shelly's car is here. She's going to be doing some work on it over the winter time. And my buddy Greg, there, he's also from Winnipeg. Haroka, is that how you pronounce it, Greg? Please forgive me. I'm very bad with names. I still need some rust work, kind of cut out, fixed to that. If you're in the area, swing on by. I'll order some pizza. We can shoot the shit and talk about Novas because, yeah, the rust is getting the better of my car in its older age. Oh, Kim has informed me we do have some members out that way, Doug, so maybe we can find somebody come out that way and give you a hand. We'd definitely love to see the Lila Nova hit the street. Lila Nova is also a Nova group started by Doug Toe back years ago when he was sick and homebound for the car scene to come to him. And that's how I originally met Doug and found out the story of his Nova. And we've become very good friends since. We talk a lot. Try to help him as much as I can. But yeah, the distance makes it a little hard sometimes. It's funny how the internet makes the world so much smaller. So yeah, Doug, she's rewiring the car. She's putting a data logger in it, and then fixing up other wiring issues from a former friend, a colleague who helped her build the car. We found some shortcuts that were taken under the dash, and it's got to be done right. So yeah, some more work to be done there. Getting back to, of course, Nova chat. Nothing really to talk about here. I just spent the summer driving the car. Had some issues earlier on in the spring. I had a mystery knock. Now, knocks aren't usually a mystery. I had the old stethoscope, and I'm listening to the water pump, the heads, the block, and this knocking was coming and going. It wasn't constant, and when you revved it up, you didn't hear it. When you let it idle or when you shut it off, knock, knock, bang sometimes. And I went through the car, and, a lot of friends suggested a few things to me, including, is your balancer loose, torque converter, stuff like that. And I went through every bolt. And then I was underneath the car, and one of my friends said to me, did you check your balancer? And I said, well, yeah, I checked the balancer. It's tight. He said, did you check the weights on it? Being a 400, the motor is externally balanced. I did not check the weights. I went to grab the weight, and the balancer went clunk, 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 clunk. So my balancer was coming apart. So that was pretty much the last straw, because I was actually getting ready to rip the motor out of the car and tear it apart, because there's a lot of money in that motor, and a mystery knock, I wasn't going to risk it. But had a spare balancer from my other 400 motor, pulled it off, threw it on this car, and then got it back on the road. Had to put a new set of headers in it, because one of the pipes at the collector broke. But I got 19 years out of the old set of Headman headers, so I really can't complain. And other than that, it ran really good. I got it back out to the track. I took a little time away from the tower, because I do the announcing at the racetrack in our area. I took some time out of the tower and raced the car a bit. And I got it back at the 12s. I was running 12.6. I was playing with timing, started playing with air fuel. Basically learning the EFI system. I got a Holly Sniper EFI. And basically was getting a good understanding of the system, and got it back into the 12.6s before I ran out of time. And I thought I probably could have got a little more, but like I said, I ran out of time. And then the next few weeks after that, I was taking the Omega out to the track, because my dad races in the heavy street, and when it comes up to points, well, he's got to have his car. So I never did get the Nova back out to the track again this year. Next year, still on the fence about whether or not I'm going to go back into the tower and announcing. I love announcing, but I also love playing with my car. And at the same time, if Shelly's going to be racing, I want to be down at the track helping her out. So that's for another time. So enough about me babbling here. Let's get to the chat here. All right, let's do a roll call in the group after the Nova show. Everybody can post what city and state they are in. That kind of helps us all know if we have members close to us. Absolutely agree, Kim. I know I did a roll call in our sister group, the GMX Body site, and it seems we have mostly Novas in the other site as well, which we made a sister site for the new members or other members who don't know. We have a sister site called the 7374 GMX Body site. And the reason we did that was we had a vote. We talked about this in the spring, and I'm not bringing it up for debate. Don't get me wrong here. And we voted to keep the Chevy Nova 7374 group closed to Nova's only 7374. Granted, we have a few members who have come in who don't have 7374 Novas, but they are Nova enthusiasts. And we've looked the other way on a few of them. But for the most part, this group is locked down, and we have very strict admission, I guess you could say, rules that we follow. The other admins, the other moderators do a great job. And as you can see, our site, except for that one post with the Nova with the donks, is generally a pretty positive site. But getting back to that, dash 73-74 GMX Body Nova Omega Ventura and the Pulse site. That's our sister group. I did do a roll call in there, but not too many people have posted in it. Of course, this is our main site. Even myself, I got to admit, I'm guilty of not posting as much in that group as I do in the Chevy Nova group. Also, just want to send out some prayers to one of the admins of both groups and the founder of the other group, Al Goodmote. He's offline right now, dealing with some issues, but we pray everything's going to go well for you, buddy, and we're waiting for you to come back onto our groups. It's definitely not the same without you. So look forward to your return, Al. But definitely agree, Kim, we should do a roll call again in the Chevy Nova 7374 thread. And, of course, post a picture of your car. Again, we love pictures. Yes, Brian, the Nova, I'm thinking you're talking about the Nova. The Nova has an 8.5 rear. Still the stock posi with 342 Richmond gears. Mr. Dan Clem. He doesn't own a Nova, but he is my right-hand man and the man behind the powertrains of my cars, both the Nova and the Omega. He is truly an engine god. I will not go to anybody else. Mr. Dan Clem, engine god. And again, I told Dan back in the day when I had to rebuild my old 406, my dad was here and we were talking with Dan. We said, Dan, what do we need to run 12/8s? So Dan says, well, we can do this, we can do that, blah, 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 blah. Well, enough said. About $8,000 later, he came up with this motor. This was before the EFI. It still had a Holley 650 double pumper. And my first pass in the car was a 12.4. I was just ecstatic. And I messaged Dan right away. And I told Dan I ran a 12.4. He goes, yeah, I know. So, yeah, he built me a hell of a motor. So, again, a huge thank you to you, Dan. I really owe you, buddy. So Gary's in SD, Kelly. Hey, Ronald, how you doing, buddy? Oh, yeah, good choice, 73, 74 only. Yeah, we had it. We talked about it. We had a vote, but, there's plenty of other groups out there for all the other years. There's not much out there for 73, 74. And I got to admit, after joining this group, after a while, I started getting away from the other Nova groups. And really, I just come to this one, the GMX body one. And I go to some of the other sites to, post pictures for, Motor Monday, Taillight Tuesday, stuff like that. But this is my main group, my fun group, for sure. And Ronald's in Michigan. Right on. Wydaughty? Oh, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Oh, my. Again, I'm very bad, but it's in Michigan, in the U.S. Another one. Montesano, Washington is where Doug is. Okay, thanks, Doug. Yeah. I don't know why I keep saying Seattle. I'm not very good with geography either, apparently. And yeah, Rob, he says that this is his favorite page. Glad to hear that. And I'm from, again, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, the center of Canada. And I got to say, it's not fair that, we take a bath on the exchange so to buy parts for our cars and that. Like you guys in the States have some beautiful cars, beautiful builds. Up here in Canada, it's a lot tougher between getting taxed up the ass and that and the exchange rate. It's expensive to build a car up here, for sure, man, for sure. McFarland, California, our friend Tim is from. Hey, Tim, how you doing? And also in the roll call, also put if you have a 73 or a 74 Nova. I believe we had some polls going on. Let me just go back into the forum here. Of course, everybody, this stream is not about listening to me chat and me yap here. Please feel free to get into the chat there and chat with our fellow users. There's 7 of us online. So let's take a look. I'm going into the 73 Nova. We made a poll one time. If you had a 73 or a 74, how many did we have of each in here? So let's see if I can find that quickly. No, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to there. There's got to be an easier way to. Okay. What year of Nova? Let's see if that'll help me search it. I definitely have to look this up for next time because I remember we did a poll to see how many we had of one versus the other. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to find that quickly. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. No, yeah, I won't find it quickly. And if we have any new members in the stream here, please, of course, speak up. Mark Wayne Jeffries. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, look, Ronald. He's got a 73, a 74, and a 69, but that's a 69. Well, that's not too bad. I have just a 73. I'd love to have a 74 Nova. I did have one at one time back in the 2000s, as I mentioned earlier. I was keeping it. I was still living at home. I had no room for the car at home, so I was keeping it at a girlfriend's place. We broke up, and her dad wanted the car gone like yesterday. So I had to sell the car, basically gave it away. And I've always regretted selling that car because, it's a Nova, right? But I do have a 74 Oldsmobile, but we can't talk about that because that's one of the corporate cousins, and this is about Novas right now. But I do agree, 73, 74, those are my favorite years. A little more partial to the 73s, just because. But yeah, it's nice to have an assortment. I would like to find myself a 70 SS in British Racing Green or Forest Green. The reason for that being is that's what my dad originally had as a Nova. He had a 70 SS 350, 375 horse with a 4-speed, which he sold in 73 when he bought this Nova. When he was thinking of buying this Nova, he kind of cheaped out a bit. Instead of, ordering all the stuff like he did, he didn't think he'd have the car as long based on, how long he had the other car. So he kind of cheaped out, just got the 352 barrel model, didn't opt out for the SS, stuff like that. Sometimes I really wish he did. Whatever. It is what it is. It is a Nova Custom with, the extra trim and package. And it originally had houndstooth interior, but now it's all black vinyl. I had my seats recovered last year. Yes, Ronald, I have a 74 Oldsmobile. I should also put that in the chat here. Yes, I do. 74 Oldsmobile. Originally, I bought that car as a parts car for my 73 Nova back in 2005. And while I had it at a buddy's place there, we started going through the car to see, what kind of parts we could keep, what I should use for the Nova, what might be better. And the car actually wasn't that bad aside from needing quarters and wheel wells. Learned to weld, fix the floors, and in 2006, with the help of a lot of friends, we got the car on the road, and it gets the old parts from the Nova. And now my dad and I, we spend the summers, we race it out at Interlake Dragway in Gimli, Manitoba, where my dad runs it in the heavy street. And we've been racing it on and off for about 10 years. The last 4 or 5 years, my dad's been running in the points division. And this year came in fourth. Last year he won the series, but this year came in fourth. And normally that's what's parked there is the Omega. But being wintertime, I have no plans to do any work on the car. The car doesn't really need anything. So it's over at my girlfriend's brother's place, parked in his storage garage. And my girlfriend brought her car over because she's working on it so she can race it this summer coming up. All right, let's go back in the chat here, see who else has joined us. Again, folks, please speak up, type up, ask any questions. I haven't done my own seats. I took my seats in just because I've never done upholstery before. I did help Shelly with hers, but it was bucket seats. I never did help with the bench. She recovered both her seats when the car was stock, but I can't say I've ever done it. And Brian says that they make covers for them, and I know I've seen the cover kits. I think they're about $300-400 for a seat. I don't know if it's buckets, bench, or both, or with rear seat, or if you can get a full package. But it can't be too hard to do. I guess you just take your time, and of course, good old YouTube. YouTube should have good video on that. Yeah, the back seat definitely looks like it would be a lot easier than a front seat to do, especially because in the front, on the two doors, you got the split bench. $250, Brian says. Ronald likes the rims on the white car. The white car is a 73 Chevelle SS, and yeah, they're the old school slots. It's what my girlfriend likes, and it's her car. Originally, it had rally wheels on it. She had some 15x8s, which are way in the back over there. I'm not going to dig them out to roll them over here, but yeah, I like the slots. It definitely gives it the old school look. They're pretty dull right now, but I guess over the wintertime, we'll polish them up a bit. Again, get the car ready for next spring. We've got 7 months to go before race season opens. And oh yeah, Brian and Kim here are just there finding out some prices. It looks like $189 on eBay. I'm always leery sometimes about buying those kits on eBay, unless I post and find out that somebody on our group has used a product or that, because I'm always leery of spending that kind of money and then finding out it's either crap product or that. But if I hear that somebody else has bought it, tried it, and it's really good, they like it, I'm more likely to buy it and, of course, jump and try it myself. Rob had his back seat redone. I don't know if you posted pictures of that, Rob, when you had the seat done. I don't remember that. Not saying, I've got a bad memory. But my seats, to get my seats redone, it was $1,400 Canadian plus tax. And they had to fix the frame on my driver's seat. The whole backside was broken. The hinge was broken on the one side. So the lady had to reconstruct my whole frame in that. And then my foam was still good, so she still used that. And then just, black vinyl over everything, but kept the same kind of pattern as with the buttons and the lines. And I think it turned out really good. If you want, we could try going for a walk with the camera. I can show you guys. Okay, I don't know how well you'll hear me, but let's go for a walk. So if you get motion sick easy, you might want to look away for a second. And let's try going for a walk here. Now, I taped up the connection, so the camera shouldn't disconnect. Forgive me, my garage is a little dirty right now, but there are my seats, the vinyl. And then, of course, the back seat as well. I had that done. And then I replaced the headliner a few years ago there, because it was coming down. As you can see in the background there's my old cardboard. And when I had the headliner replaced, I went with that OSB plastic backing, and it made it really easy to install. All right, let's put you back on the monitor. Sorry if I'm making anyone motion sick. Yeah, there we go. Focus on the Nova. And that's a little walk around my garage. There's some places. Oh, Sean, how you doing, buddy? I didn't see you sneak in. They sell remade seats just like the original. I haven't seen anybody sell seats, especially bench seats. I can't find bench seats anywhere. I've seen places that sell bucket seats, of course. In terms of material, if you're looking for material, this place here, I've heard good and bad about them, but they sell a lot of stuff. It's called SMS Auto Fabrics. So if you go to smsautofabrics.com, that's their website, and you could find, they actually had the original houndstooth material that I needed for my car. But again, given the price, the exchange rate, and the Canadian dollar in that, I just went all vinyl with mine. I gave up trying to hold out for a houndstooth pattern. But check that out. Pardon me. smsautofabrics.com. Check it out. Yeah, Kim, I was very happy with my seats, and to be honest, it was $1,400 plus tax. I think that came out to $1,520 or something, again, Canadian. Very happy. The lady who did them, Kelly from TCS Auto Upholstery here in Winnipeg, she had them done, I think, in about 3 weeks, and absolutely beautiful job. It really, really just changed the look of the car. Like, the interior looks so complete now as compared to the old green bench seat I had in here out of a parts car. And then, mismatched front seat with my back seat. And the parts car seat was green. So I had this cheap, $20 seat cover on it. So I think it just totally made the interior. I think next I'm going to do is door panels. I'm just having a hard time justifying $600, and that's about Canadian with exchange, to spend $600 on door panels with a car. My original door panels are just over there right now. And 1 second, let me get them. Almost there. Okay. And the reason I want to get new door panels, like, there's nothing really wrong with my original door panels. There's a little bit of wear here, I guess over the years with the elbow. But the reason I want to get new ones is over the years, I guess, with the plastic cracking and drying from the, pulling the door shut, my plastic's all cracked here. It's cracked here. And look at that. I just cracked it here, just holding it. And I guess from closing the door, it's just, there's stress cracks everywhere in it. And then some of the tabs are broken on it. I love my Nova. I have no plans on getting rid of it. So really, I should just stop being a cheap ass and just order new panels. And then I could always use these in the Omega to give it a black interior. So yeah, that's and then I've heard things about the window felts don't come on the door panels, and you got to staple the ones from the old door panel or buy new felts and staple them onto the door panel. So I guess I should ask somebody in the group, anybody who, and maybe here, let me ask you now. If anybody in the group has bought reproduction door panels, does it come with felts? How do they fit? Do you like them? What kind? How much? Because I am looking to change my door panels. All right, let's see what else we got out here. See, Brian, I will send you. Okay, so Brian's and Kim they're talking about the seat covers and stuff like that. Maybe Kim, if you can, post that to the general group. There may be somebody else looking for seat covers as well. And hey, Tim. Hi, Tim has joined us. The Nova Guru. Tim has recently won a lottery, if anybody in the group hasn't noticed, buying a 1973 Nova with just under 5,000 original miles, called the Grasshopper. Tim, I am so jealous of you. I've even had dreams of that car, because I would kill to find a Nova, like a 73 Nova, in original condition, just because, mine, it's got its rust, the paint's faded. Aside from the interior and the powertrain, the car has seen better days, really. But I would love to find a Nova so mint like that. Nothing short of saying, buddy, you won the lottery with that one. So, Tim, welcome. And I'm glad Tim's here, because Tim is really our resident guru. The guy knows everything. I thought I knew a lot about Novas. Yeah, this guy trumps me. Yeah, Sean, I have thought of doing that. One of my other buddies mentioned that with fiberglass. I tried fiberglass years ago when I tried to do, a little bit of a patch on a quarter panel on the Omega. And yeah, me and fiberglass, we don't work well together. So I'm a little nervous at trying that, but I think I might try to do fiberglass, and I'm not sure whether I should do like short strand or, you know, and spread it, or if I should do like sheets. But I think before I spend $600 of hard-earned money, I think I am going to try the fiberglass route. So that's a very good suggestion. And oh yeah, so a few other people here have commented theirs are cracked and they've done fiberglass. So I really think that's probably the way I will go, just because I'm cheap. Ronald has priced out door panels between $425, $489. Not sure if they come with the fabric. Okay, oh, that's good to know. The reason I say $600 on the price is because I've done the exchange to Canadian dollars because I'm up north, eh? All right, as far as I know, the door and window felts for $73. So even the window guides you have to modify or make them yourself. See, again, I hate doing that kind of stuff. You know, back in the day, I was always, you know, oh, let's do this, let's do that. I used to get motivated and excited to do that, but I've learned and done a lot of things on this car the hard way and the expensive way. And in my older age now, it's just, if I can buy it, I'm just going to buy it. But that's just me. It drives like a brand new car. I sure hope so, Tim. Again, being very jealous of a car. It probably has 5,000 miles now on it if you have driven it a bit. I am curious to know what you paid for that car, because a car like that, that must have cost a pretty penny. Okay, Sean. Yeah, if you if you do the door panels like that and make a video and share it to the group, I would personally love to see that. Not only that, but I could also include that video on our Chevy Nova 7374 YouTube page as well, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would like to see that. Brian, too, he's patched his. Brian's cheap as well. Any chance, Brian, you got pictures of when you were doing that, or pictures of the door panels? Also, guys, when you're using fiberglass, are you using the fiberglass sheets, or are you using like plastic filler kind of stuff, Dyna hair stuff? So we're just getting close to 40 minutes here. We got 10 people online. That's not too bad. And thank you guys for joining me, and thank you for waiting out. I know it started a little late. I was in here a little earlier today. I got everything ready around 5 o'clock because I thought I can't screw this up again for you guys. You know, I had a lot of trouble back in the spring and that with a different computer in here. I since bought a newer computer, a better, stronger computer, loaded it with RAM, reinstalled Windows, everything, got it all nice and going. And I tested it at 5 o'clock, and it was streaming beautiful. And then I thought, perfect. Got everything ready to hit start at 7 o'clock or at 8 o'clock. And like a Mustang, fell flat on its face. Okay, let's continue on with the comments. Oh, Ray's joined us. He's in Southern California, I believe. Ray, thank you for joining us. How's your car running, buddy? I know you have a FiTech system in it now. I think the last we talked, you had it tuned in that. So interesting to know how your car is running. And I'm pretty sure Kim would be interested in talking with you. Kim and I, we've been talking a bit about the EFI systems available for our cars. So she might have a few questions for you. So Kim, I used fiberglass resin with cloth, white material. So I think we got cloth and resin. So I think I'm going to try that too, guys. And maybe I'll even try and make a video as well. Next on my list is to make a video of chrome lights. I know there's a video out there already made by Steve F. of Steve's Nova site. You could find his channel on YouTube. It's called the 74 Reborn, I believe. Let me just double check that. And he's got tons of videos. In fact, I just updated my website, chevynova.ca. I just updated my site on my reference page with all of his videos. And episode 113 is the clear marker lens modification. And that's where I got the idea to do this for my car, to make clear lenses. And then I made a little website of how I did it with pictures, but there's actual video of it, of the guy who originally came up with this concept, Steve F. And his YouTube channel is called The Reborn 74 Nova. So go into YouTube, Reborn 74 Nova, and he's got about 130 videos of modifications and stuff of the build of his 74 Nova, including a pop in your hood from inside the car. I think that's the next modification I'm going to try. And a lot of great videos there. So check it out, and definitely send him a comment, subscribe to his page, or even send him an email or on the Steve's Nova site thread and let him know that you appreciate his videos. I just did the other day. I sent him a comment. And he's got tons of videos, including reupholstering seats here, Kim. I'm just looking now. Interior seats reupholstered, episode 135. It's a 20-minute episode. I'm going to have to start watching some of his new videos. He's just gone through all his videos and remastered them. But yeah, I have his a list of all of his videos and the titles of them on my chevynova.ca /73 Nova website. Shameless plug there. Okay, and let's go back. Got a few chats there, but that's not important. Keep in mind, there are usually vinyl repair guys that can fix the damaged areas of the vinyl. Used car dealers know these guys well. I'm lucky, except for, like I said, I might check into that, Tim. I appreciate that. There's only a small little parts here where my vinyl is damaged. I suppose that's from, the elbow all the years when we're driving. Other than that, the vinyl's perfect. It's just, cracks in the various areas from, I guess, being so old. So I'll definitely check into that. Ronald, the site I mentioned is just for fabrics, seat fabrics. smsautofabrics.com. Let me find that website again, and I'll copy the link over here for you. Oh, wrong page here. Also on my Nova page, I've got some links to parts and sites and supplies, like over the years, of all the places I've either dealt with or come across. Okay, Ron, I'm just going. I hope it's okay calling you Ron. I know your name's Ronald. There's one of the links there. There's another one here, stockinteriors.com. I've never used them, but I've seen the website pop up on a few of the groups before, so it may be worth checking out, of course. Originalauto.com. Oh, originalauto.com. Effective January 2018, I am retiring, and sold out to SMS Auto Fabrics. Okay, well, that's good to know. So, Ron, check out I posted those two links up there for you underneath your chat. Let me scroll back down to the chats here. Oh, no, the guys who show you how to do seats. Oh, Ron, okay, good. Thanks. I just want to make sure I'm respectful to you folks. Unless YouTube, you probably find some videos on YouTube of recovering seats. I'm just going to check, just for the heck of it. Reupholster Nova seats. Parts Unlimited Inc., they have a video of how to do it. Some different upholstery places. So yeah, and all I did there was YouTube, and I searched for reupholster Nova seats. It actually doesn't look that hard, but again, when I do stuff, it always surprises me. kicks me in the butt and costs me twice as much. That's just my luck. Jegs Performance also had one as well. So yeah, there's a few videos there. All right, just around the 45-minute mark there. I usually try to aim for an hour, unless, of course, that the chat's very active when we're talking a lot. We'll keep going. If there's anybody new who's joined and hasn't popped up, say hi. Please join us in chat. Say hello to your fellow Nova brothers and sisters. And yeah. So, yeah. Okay, well, what else is up here, folks? Oh, that's okay. A good, reliable company that restores dash pads. I think what class do year one in those classic autos, I think they sell dash panels. I don't know of a company that restores them. Let's take a look here. Okay, search for Nova. Right now I'm at Ground Up SS396 Nova dash pad, and they have them there for $69 to $74 with or without air conditioning, of course. And pop-ups. They're on sale right now, $239.95. That's from Ground Up right now. Brett Jensen, hey Brett, how you doing, buddy? It's been a while. Do you have your Nova out yet? Is it back together? What's happening with your 73, buddy? And Gary's looking to do subframe connectors soon. That was one thing I actually had fun installing. It was actually relatively very easy in my Nova to do. My Omega, pardon my language, was a bit of a bitch because that front bolt, which is just underneath the parent seat, spun inside the channel. So I had to go in through the interior to cut the floor to get to that bolt that had spun inside there and fix it up. My Nova was very easy to do. But the subframe connectors I used, let me see. I believe I have the part number handy for them. I think they were, and they were bolt-in ones that I used, because I heard the weld-in ones, you have to relocate the rear springs. So the subframe connectors I used were Competition Engineering 3116. And that's the ones I used in both my cars. And I think I don't know if I have pictures on my website of the install or not. If not, I think I have them. I should actually make a page for it here. Yeah, no, I don't have a page on my website when I did it, but I know I have pictures of doing it. Yeah, the left side one went in like 20 minutes. The passenger side one in about an hour. And of course, while you're doing that, you might as well change the bolts for your not for the subframe, your body mount bolts. And I don't know if I have a kit number for that handy or not. Let me take a look. Parts information. Fuel, suspension, steering, brakes, miscellaneous. No, I don't, but I can find it. Yeah, no, I don't have the... But I used the Energy suspension set. I actually have a set downstairs in my basement, so I could get the part number if you really need it or can't find it. I don't know anyone, Tim, who's used an aftermarket dash pad. Maybe somebody can speak up here, or even post it. Maybe somebody in our good group has. Craig Inman did and is happy it fit. Oh, isn't happy with the fit. Oh, well, that's not good. Well, Brent, come on. Let's get that oil change done. Get that car out. We need some pictures of it, buddy. It's been a while since I've seen that. Just to kill a little time here, Brett Jensen's 73 Nova. Back in the day of the Nova websites, Brett had a website for his car, and he had this assortment of links on his page for 73, 74 Novas. And I used to love visiting his webpage just because of the links page, so I could see just other 73, 74. And that's how I ended up meeting Brett. And then, of course, through the world of Facebook, everybody connected up. So, yeah. Brian Turner made his subframe connectors. The one thing I noticed about the subframe connectors, and I'm sorry I didn't do it before, and on the Omega, it's going to be a bigger issue because the way, I guess, whoever owned the car before me, when they did the rear suspension, I've got to take out the subframe connector to pull it down to get that bolt out of the spring eye. In the Nova, it's not so bad because the bolt goes the other way, but whoever did my Omega, yeah, I got to pull the subframe connectors out to change that. I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, actually, these competition engineering subframe connectors I have too, Brian, are right up against the floor. They don't hang down at all. And just to give it strength, when I did put them on and at the front, I did weld them along the subframe, but on the back, they're just bolted in. But again, if you're putting subframe connectors on, I really suggest changing those spring eye bushings if you think they're going to need to be changed in the next couple of years. Save yourself the hassle. That's just my suggestion, my own small opinion. Okay, I'm just taking a look here while we have a little downtime. Energy suspension for a 1973 Chevy Nova. Forgive me, I'm just getting over a cold, so I probably don't sound the greatest. They have a complete suspension bushing kit for mono leaves. Well, we want multi-leaf. For multi-leaf, and it's $339 for the complete kit. But I'm assuming that includes the front end and all that too. If you're looking for just body mounts, where is that one? Body mounts and radiator suspension. Bushings and radiator support. You're looking at between $50 to $88 depending on the two kits. The body mount bushings and radiator support bushings is $3.4142. The body mount bushings and radiator support bushings, the bushings alone, are just $3.4101. So the other kit for $90 comes with new bolts, washers, and all the hardware. And again, the part number for that is $3.4142. Oh, there's a $25 rebate if you spend $200. Yeah. And then they have, rear leaf springs, bushings, and that's something I'm going to have to do soon on both of my cars. Front sway bar bushings, yeah. EnergySuspensionParts.com. Check that out for 73 Nova. They've got, I guess, of course, 74 Nova. And check them out. They've got a lot of the bushings, polyurethane, and regular rubber bushings for everything here. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, get the body mounts with the bolts. Trust me, says Gary. Oh, for sure, Gary, for sure. Because a lot of those bolts, if they're still original, who knows if, depending where your car is located, if there's corrosion, from the weather elements or what. I know I replaced my bolt. One of my bolts, I think, was completely, the threads had been all weatherized and all deteriorated. So I'm glad I got the bolts when I did mine. So yeah, energysuspensionparts.com. Oh, Brian's lucky. He's down in Arizona, so yeah, you don't have to worry about those the elements and the rust. Oh, lucky you. There was a time, just I'm looking at the picture here, noticing on the Chevelle here, we were talking about wheel dollies on cars. This was back in the spring in one of our shows. And those wheel dollies there, I bought those ones actually off Amazon. The regular ones I have are red ones back here. But these are the cat's meow for moving cars around. And it's, really easy to do. Just look at that. That's a 4,500 pound car, and I'm moving it with these. Look at that. Those dollies, well worth the money. So if you're working on a car in your garage, spend it was $80 Canadian, so it'll be cheaper US. $80 Canadian for two of them, and I think you can get a complete set for $130. I have them on the back as well. Those are the cat's meow for moving a car around in a garage. Oh, you guys talking about Arizona and Cali. I'm so jealous because you guys get to drive your cars year round. And I'm lucky if I get 5 months of the year. Definitely born in the wrong place. And the wrong time. Should have been born a little earlier so I could have enjoyed the 70s. Excuse me. So what else is up, people? Talk to me. Somebody talk to me. Getting close to an hour here. Ooh, almost pushed the car into the garage door there. Oh, that couldn't have been good. So let's see, anything else happening in the group while we've been chatting for an hour? Again, enjoying the pictures and that. Keep posting pictures. Matt D. Hoover has started the wheels, Tire Tuesday, and was posting pictures of the wheels, and everybody is posting pictures. And Frankie Roche, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, has posted some skinnies that he has on the front of his car, and they're 315s. I really am enjoying watching Frankie's build here because that's some crazy, insane tire size he has running on his Nova. Yeah, definitely crazy. And of course, seeing the picture of the Grasshopper there by Tim, that green, that's such a beautiful car. But yeah, those skinnies. Okay, a few more comments here. Better to drive this time of year because there's no AC. Well, I know sometimes up here in Canada it gets hot in the summertime. You know, and it's a humid hot up here as opposed to a dry hot down there. And I don't have AC either. And what I do is I actually drive with the heat on inside the car because that way any air coming from outside feels cool. I know it sounds stupid, but it works. And there's been the odd time I've even gone to a gas station and bought a bag of ice just to hold on and put on my lap as I'm driving because it is so hot up here. Oh, Kim's taking off for the night. Kim, thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon. Kim, one of our moderators on the forum, does a great job of keeping people online. Really appreciate Kim's work here. So again, thank you very much. And Paco Cruz has joined us, and he's asking if anybody recommends an aftermarket wiring harness. I don't know of many, Paco, but I know a lot of people talk about that painless wiring kits. Let me see if I can find something on the website here. Painlessperformance.com. Summit Racing also sells a painless wiring kit. The Painless Performance 21001 Performance Engine wiring harness. Well, that's no good. You want a complete thing, I'm assuming. But painless wiring, so Painless Performance, that's the one I would check out. Let's see here if I can call that up. So year, let's go 1973. Make Chevrolet, model Nova. Go. So okay, there's 10 kits found there. The Pro Series GM key column, grommet firewall pass through, bulkhead firewall pass through, 23 circuit, 25 circuit. Customizable chassis harness. Ooh, there's a whole bunch here to look through. I thought this would be something easy where you just punch in 73 Nova wiring kit and they'd have something there, but they have all different kinds of kits here, Paco. And they range from as low as $249 to $600. And I'm looking at painlessperformance.com. So maybe somebody on our forum, maybe post a message in the group. Somebody might be able to help you out there. Oh, Gary, he made a comment here, Paco. He bought a whole wiring on eBay. Really impressed. The wires were labeled all the way down, made it easy. Maybe, Gary, if you have that information, if you have like brand and a part number for us, that'd be awesome. Tim, yeah, that's the size of my tires on my Challenger 315s. I think actually that's the size of tire Shelly was running on the Chevelle there, but I think she's down to 295s for these 315s. Oh no, she went back to 275. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, 315s, those are big tires out of the front of a Nova. Wow. Brand name of wheel dollies. The back ones I don't know. I bought them at Princess Auto. I don't know though, but these ones in the front here. What are they called? I think they're called Lift Masters. They're 3,000 pound dollies. If you want here, I can let you know. Let me look on Amazon here. I can get you the part number that I bought, and you might be able to go from there. I'm really impressed with them, and I'm thinking of buying 4 more for the Nova. I also have 4 on the Omega over where it's being stored at Shelly's brother's place. And like I said, I'm thinking of buying 4 more for the Nova so I can wheel it around and give Shelly some more room to work. They are the 2x LiftMaster tire skates wheel dolly premium. By LiftMaster. So here, let me copy this link for you. There you go, Ron. And yeah, it's they're $89 Canadian. There's 2 of them. So LiftMaster tire skate wheel car dolly premium ball bearing skate furniture mover, it's called. And I paid $90 Canadian for 2 of them with free shipping. The dimension on them, their capacity is 1,500 pounds each, 3,000 for a set of 2. They are 15 3/4 wide by 12 inches long, 3-inch diameter wheels on them, nylon casters, radial ball bearing wheel axles for smooth one-person pushing like you saw. Great for shops, garages, showrooms, blah, blah, blah. See more product detail. And yeah. And there's different kinds here that are on Amazon, but that's there's a black set and a red set, but I just picked out something that was very close to the red ones I have on the back that I've been buying from Princess Auto here in Winnipeg. And Princess Auto was sold out and I needed to get two. So I just went on Amazon. It's kind of neat. Amazon has everything, including car parts. All right, let's go back to the chat here. Let me scroll back down. So I posted you the link there. Hey, Dave Williams has joined us. Hi, everybody from Arizona. Oh, again from Arizona. I'm so jealous because I live in Winnipeg, Manitoba, which is the center of Canada, and it's almost winter here. We got hit with a big storm last week, so there's snow now, and it's going to be 6 months before my cars see the street again. On the plus side, it gives me time to fix them and save up money. So, Tim bought dollies that had built-in lifts. You just step on the pedal and it lifts the tire off the ground, and then you roll it around. Yes, Tim, I would be interested in those because, like I said, I got to buy 4 more, and if I can buy ones like that are, if they're better and reasonably priced, maybe I may upgrade and put the nice ones. Get something for Shelly for Christmas. And here, what's up, Mike? You're late. Mike, I might have missed something there. Doesn't matter if you're late. We're still going. There's still people chatting. So, as long as the chat's active, people are talking, let's keep going. But, yeah, definitely interested in seeing those wheel dollies, Tim. And like I was mentioning earlier, how easy it is to move this car. See if I can pull it back a bit without giving myself a hernia. Yeah, I guess once the wheels turn, I'm gonna need help to change in direction and pull it back. But it was easy to pull this way because the wheels have already turned. But oh yeah, that kind of hurt the hands a little bit. I was working outside in shorts in 80-degree weather today. Yeah, I was at work inside a nice warm building where it was 80 degrees, and then I came home to where it was mid-30s outside, cutting up branches into 3-foot lengths so that the city will pick it up on Yard Waste Day, because I lost a third of my elm tree in that Colorado low storm that we had last Thursday, Friday. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm very jealous of you guys. Excuse me. And that's part of the reason why I like seeing you guys posting pictures of your cars, because this is all I've got now for the next 6 months is, coming in here, tinkering on the car, maybe detail it a little, just because it's not going to see the road now for another 6 months. Yeah. I guess that's why we play a lot of hockey up here to help pass the time. So my hockey's going to start again next week. As far as I know, I'm not playing Tuesdays, which means that, I can spend Tuesday night here streaming. All right. So Dave and Robert, you guys both living in Arizona. Have you guys ever met up for a cruise night together? Just curious. Yeah, so jealous. Okay. And Tim Bourne, he's taking off. So Tim, have a good night, buddy. Thank you for joining us. Again, your knowledge and being part of our group is, I don't even have a word for it, because your knowledge is just very vast and very appreciated. And thank you for all your help in the group. So we'll see you again, Tim. Enjoy your lottery winnings. And Gary, Mike, Preston, and I did a badass cruise. It was so much fun. 3 Novas running hard, so cool. That is cool when you get to run with other Novas and that. And I had that this past summer. I was driving with my buddy Trevor. He has a 72 Nova. His grandma originally bought the car. My buddy Ian was out in his 72 Rally, and my friend Ron was out in his 70 SS. And then, of course, I was out in the Nova one time, and then the second time we went out, I was in the pardon me, I was in the Mustang. So those pictures didn't turn out right. One of these things didn't belong here, but it's always fun when you get to cruise it with a pack for sure. So there you go, Dave. You and Ron Rob got to meet up and take some pictures of your Novas together. Hit up some of those car shows. Do it for me, and in return, I'll send you pictures of our snowstorms. All right, we're getting close to the 75-minute mark. I don't know if you guys want to keep going or call it a night. Totally up to you. I really don't have much more to say. Any members near Southeast Michigan want to get together and cruise, hit me up. I run Tucson Nova Club, a group on Facebook. Check it out. Give a like and a share. Try to get my... Oh, okay. By all means, Dave, if you want to post, if you have a Facebook page, if you want to post it up on the 73 Nova site, by all means, go ahead. Put a call out for 73, 74 Novas in your area. By all means, try and get some members up. And Brian's taking off for the night. Brian, thank you very much for joining us. He was the first tonight to join. Thank you very much, Brian, and we'll see you again, buddy. Keep those pictures coming. And I think, folks, I think that's pretty much it. I'm just going to wait a few more minutes so, Dave and Ron can just finish up their chat here. Ron, is that close to, Montesano, Michigan, where you're at? Oh, thanks, Gary. I tried to do as much as I can. I wasn't really prepared for tonight's show like I have been in previous shows, but, I just like to talk about Novas, and I figure this, instead of having a group chat or something, we just all come online and, talk. By all means, if any other member wants to host and do a Nova show from their garage, hey, send me a message and we'll pick a time and you can host for an evening the Chevy Nova Hour. And I will post this on our YouTube channel, but it will also be available on our Facebook group. So you can view it along with the chats. And again, shout out to our sister page there, 7374 GM X Body. A shout out to them. And I think, I think I'm going to call it a night, folks. So I'm going to aim to do this again next week. If there's something you want to talk about or need some help or got some questions, hey, post it ahead of time. Maybe I could do a little research and get you an answer. I got to get more on the ball too, and be proactive and maybe post a message Friday or Saturday, giving you guys a heads up. This is what we can talk about. Maybe try and structure it a little more, or we could do a free for all like we're doing now. Totally up to you guys, but I don't mind talking about Novas. I love talking about Novas. I'll even throw in the odd conversation about an Omega. And if the other admins or moderators aren't looking, we could talk about Sherelle too. So I guess that's all for now, folks. South of Detroit, north of Monroe. So I guess that's all for now, folks. Enjoy your Novas. Build them to how you want. Don't give two shits on what anybody else thinks. I know we've had a few pictures posted this week where a few people have gone some colorful comments on, but we got to remember everybody's different. Everybody's cars are different. And it wouldn't, what fun would it be if all our cars looked the same? Some people like the bumper tuck. Some people like the regular big bumper. Some people like clear lenses. Some people like colored lenses. Some people like donks. Most people don't. Okay, that's a little bit of a shot. I probably shouldn't have said that. But anyway, let's just, be kind to one another. Take care, folks. Smoke tires, not drugs. And we'll talk to you again, hopefully in a week's time. Take care.